Yeah, I'm super fly, super duper fly. Yeah, I'm super fly, super duper fly. I can't stand the rain on my pillow. That's not the word. Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. It's your girl Grace, and today I'm going to be doing a full face of drugstore makeup, or as much of a full face that I can do, because your girl is on a budget. I went and picked out a few products that I've had my eyes on for a minute, so let's just go ahead and jump into it. So I've been using this on my channel before, the NYX Pro Filler Primer. If you see me looking down, it's because I'm checking the prices on this. So this retails for $14 at Target. Right now I'm using a free sample, and which will determine if I, actually pay the $14. Okay, I know we are only in the second step, but please don't clock me. I forgot to pick up the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Translucent Powder. Yeah. So I'm gonna go in with my Fenty in the shade Nutmeg. Sorry. Okay. Now I'm gonna go in with my NYX Can't Stop, Won't Stop foundation in the shade Sienna, which, let's see, retails for $15 at Target. All I'm saying is drugstore, they just used to be a little bit cheaper, but I guess they have pigment now, so they're gonna charge for that pigment. So gonna shake this up a bit. Okay, now when I put this foundation on, I'm gonna look real light skinned, but it matches my chest, and we're trying not to ooh, it looks bad. It looks so bad. Okay, I'm gonna mix this with the shade Mocha. Oh my god, that looks so bad. But I promise you, this is the shade that I've been using in most of my looks, so it doesn't look, maybe if I buff it out. Right? Okay. When I buff it out, it doesn't look so bad, but I'm a mix two shades. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I was supposed to spray my setting spray in. So I have a free sample of the matte finish Fenty matte. And they're selling this exact same size at Target for $3.50. So I want to spray my face. And then dab it in with the beauty blender. So we're gonna go in with the shade and the NYX Can't Stop, Won't Stop concealer in the shade Cappuccino. I will say the drugstores have come a long way. When I first started doing makeup, I just, you know, the foundations and concealers, I look like a ghost. My mom used to look at me and be like, go wash that off. You're not going outside like that. So I was pushed into more expensive brands. Just because they're expensive doesn't mean they're necessarily better. Like I said, I use these concealers more than I use, you know, the $30 concealers. So I'm not gonna pay $30 for a concealer. It's just against my DNA. Then I'm gonna let this dry down a bit. While that's drying, I'm gonna take the NYX HD Studio Photogenic in the shade Sand Beige 4.5. That's the number. I'm going to pop this on my lid to prime my lids just a little bit. Time to buff this out. I'm gonna spray setting spray again to rehydrate the concealer. Okay, then I'm gonna take the same shade I put on my lids, the Sand Beige, and I'm going to put the tiniest triangle under my eye. I like a really bright under eye. So this one dries down really fast, so I'm not gonna let it dry down that much. I also don't want the coverage to be that full. Okay, so this product I was most excited about. I've been looking for this in a lot of places. It's the Black Radiance True Complexion Setting Loose Setting Powder in the shade Banana. I'm going to put some of that in the lid of the container. I'm gonna take one of my favorite things from Beauty Blender. It's a little puff. I'm gonna take that. And this, I got this at Target for $7.99. Now, I do not have, I went to the store. I'm like, okay, we're gonna get drugstore products that we can use in the video, Grace. We're gonna do that. I looked at the contour palette, picked it up, and did not purchase it. So we're gonna go in with my Fenty bronzer in the shade Mocha Mami. And I take an angled eyeshadow brush and I lightly tap some of my bronzer on it. Actually tap too much. I'm gonna define the bridge of my nose. I'm gonna define the bridge of my nose. Nothing crazy. Nothing crazy. Okay. So now that that's done, let's get into the eyeshadow palette that I bought. So this is the NYX Ultimate Shadow Palette. It's in the name of the palette is Ultimate Utopia. Gonna show you guys the colors. I think it's cute. I feel like it's has a couple shades, couple mattes that I can work with. I think I can work with all the shimmers. So we're just gonna play in it. I don't really know how this is gonna go. You know, most of the time you're on this channel, I'm freestyling. So, okay, so I'm gonna take this purple shade. Oh, and this was either $17 or $18. I looked at the register thing where it showed how much it cost. I'm like, okay, next. Now you know you my girl, but baby. Alright. So we're going right into the crease. When I first started trying to do my makeup, the eyeshadow palettes at the drugstore just did not have the range. I'm glad that they have gotten back in the lab and figured that out, because everybody can't afford to pay, you know, a $50 palette. That's just not reasonable. And to be completely and truly honest, if the companies can make a palette and sell it for $50, these drugstore companies can make the same, the same quality of shadow. Like all these, they're all made in the same place. Like, I will say that this matte isn't streaky or patchy at all, which is amazing. All right, and I'm gonna take this shade right here, and sweep that above. This palette should have had a dark brown instead of one of these light colors. I don't know who they make these light colors for, because, you know, I don't even see the girls with lighter skin tones using them. Like, who uses that? Okay, we're gonna take the same brush we used to put the purple on. Not gonna apply any more product. We're going to just blend those two colors together. Okay, so I have like a really pretty blue that I'm gonna try to use. I'm gonna apply it to the center of my lid. Let's see how it applies dry. Okay, not terribly pigmented. I'm gonna spray my brush. pick up a little bit more of that shade. And the thing about drugstore makeups is that you have to know how to work with makeup to get the best payoff. Like when I first started doing makeup, I didn't know about, you know, prime your lids to make certain colors pop, or spray your brush to make this shadow more noticeable. All right, I'll drag that out. Okay. I was gonna use another shade on my inner border. I like this blue a lot. I think it's really cute. I'm gonna buff some of this purple on the edges to disperse it more, like on the other side. So I actually did end up dipping the back into the dark purple. I understand why people feel the need to rev their engines all day long outside my window. So I'm gonna pop this shade into the very center. This shade kind of reminds me of Zola's in the Decay palette, which is one of my favorite shimmers in the palette. Just gonna, let me stop playing and spray my brush. That's the central thing. Spray your brush, kids. Spray your brush when you're working with stuff from the drugstore. Let's dust away the excess powder under my eye. Oh, points were made. Black Radiance. Points were made. Points were made. And now that I see that the points were made, I'm not gonna pick up any more of my bronzer, but I'm gonna take the same brush I used earlier. Okay, and now I'm going to go into a blush shade that I picked up today. The NYX Sweet Cheeks matte in the shade Red Riot. This also was $7.99. It's a bit pricey, but I mean, it's gonna pay off on my skin, so I'm not really upset about that. So I like to apply blush with a big fluffy brush because I hate myself. Can y'all see that? Because I see it. I had to swirl to get that, but it ain't no problem. So I don't have a black eyeliner, a black drugstore eyeliner. Definitely looked at them. Definitely was like, no, I probably have one. I have liquid eyeliners, but that's not my vibe today. So I'm gonna go in with my Urban Decay Glide On 24/7 Glide On pencil in the shade Perversion. Don't really know why they named their shade some wild things, but the formula works. So all right. And because so like the palette has this really nice mint green shadow. Ooh. That mint green shadow. It's a shimmer. So I can't really put it on my lower lash line. But I have this LA Girl Shockwave. It's brighter than the sorry y'all. It's brighter than a mint green. But we're gonna put it on anyway. I feel like it gives my eyes like a cartoony effect, which is kind of cute. So I'm gonna take a really tight brush and go into the shade that I put in my brow bone and lightly dab underneath my waterline. Okay, I'm gonna do an inner corner highlight because that's just how life works. You're closer to God when you highlight your inner corner. So I'm gonna take the darkest green shimmer and I'm going to pop that there. Okay, I don't know why I keep playing myself. Spray your brushes, girls. Spray them. Telling you, spray them. Because the formula, they're just really dry. And I'm used to like wet or creamy shimmers. And that is not the case here. And it's not really a problem. I think my handy dandy duo lash glue and pop on my Eyeliner London, the Jordan Woods collaboration. So I'm gonna pop some glue on that. And then I'm gonna pop some glue on that, do my lashes off camera, and then I'm gonna do a lip for you guys and wrap up the video. Okay, so lashes are on. I use the Maybelline, the Colossal mascara to, I applied it to my natural lashes and I put some on after I had the falsies on. So now let's get into a lip. I don't really know what I want to do. Probably gonna do more of a nude lip. This is the NYX Retractable Lip Liner in the shade Cocoa. Accidentally overlined my lips, but you know, that's fine. So I'm gonna take my NYX Butter Gloss in the shade Gingersnap. It's one of my favorite glosses of all time. NYX makes some of the best lip products. So, especially they have the range. So they have like a nude for everyone. gonna place this towards the edges of my lip. Okay, and then I'm going to take the shade Crème Brulee. It's really nice soft pink. Gonna pop that towards the center of my lip. Especially when you're doing a lip like this, it's okay to go back and forth between the colors until you get the desired finish. Okay guys, so here's the finished look. This is a drugstore makeup look with the exception of maybe 4 products. So I'm gonna list everything that I use below. I'm feeling very extraterrestrial. I feel like I can go with space. So I'm gonna show you guys. And I'm also gonna give you my opinion because the product that I was most excited for, I didn't spray my face. Okay, anyway, the product that I was most excited for was the Black Radiance True Complexion Loose Setting Powder, and it definitely did what it was supposed to do. Most of the products that I used today were matte, and I'm not used to wearing matte products all the time anymore, so I guess that's where it is. I feel like I see texture in person. You might not see the texture, but I see it. I do like that the yellow was not so bright. It was a really nice neutral yellow. Did a nice job of brightening my under eye. I mean, I can't complain. I like it. I like my face. But if you guys like this video, be sure to like and comment. If you're not already a subscriber, please do so. Also, you know, if you want to share the wealth with your friends, feel free to share any of my videos with your friends. But other than that, peace out.